I don't think that I owe anyone the exclusivity of my career. A lot of times you gotta get what you want on your own.
Are you going to interrupt me? And it's for a really large financial institution.
Guys, boys deserve flowers sometimes too.
Okay, I'm just trying to be normal. I'm trying to look normal and I'm trying to be normal.
The mentality of thinking that you owe your employers anything besides working the expected job. I saw a comment on the rejection video about being more careful talking about looking for a new role and not talking poorly about your current employer because they might not like it. First of all, I did not say anything bad about my company that I work at now. I love the company I work at now. I don't like the current role that I have and the project that I'm assigned on. That is not news to anyone, especially no one that I work with. I made it so clear to my manager and everyone else that I am not happy with the current role. In consulting, you get assigned to different projects pretty frequently, and then some of them are short and some of them are long term. It just depends on like the client needs. I'm not happy with the thing that I'm doing right now. Everyone knows that. I'm not hiding that from them. Additionally, if it's about like not wanting to publicize that I'm looking for other jobs and like wanting to hide that I'm interviewing, I don't think that I owe anyone the exclusivity of my career. If I'm not happy with my current role and I made that really obvious to them, they should only expect that I'm going to look for other opportunities that align closely with what I want to be doing. That's not to say that I, hate the company I work at or anything. I like it. I like consulting too, in general. But yeah, if they're not going to prioritize putting me on something that I want to be doing, then I think it should be expected that I'm going to look for other opportunities. I'm still doing my job. I'm still showing up 9 to 5, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. It's not anything that I feel like I need to hide when outside of work I might be looking for better opportunities. I think we all owe it to ourselves. We own our own career. And if the future of your role that you're at is something that's not gonna work for you, then either they give you a new role at the company you're at, or they should just expect that if you're a talent that they want to cultivate, then other places will also be eager to cultivate that talent. It goes both ways. We need employers, but they also need us. And it's competitive on both sides too. It's hard to find a job, but it's also hard for a lot of companies to retain good talent. I don't feel any sort of need to be like hiding the fact that, yeah, I'm looking for other opportunities. It doesn't mean I'm taking them yet. But as a woman, I think especially, it's sometimes hard to speak up for what you want or on your opinions. I'm definitely not the type of person who's gonna like just put my head down and be like, oh, I should just be grinding and doing whatever, it'll all work out. No, a lot of times you gotta get what you want on your own. It's not gonna work out by just sitting around and assuming that if you work really hard, then someone will notice and maybe you'll get the new project that you want to work on. No, you gotta take action. So yeah, I don't have any qualms, I guess, with whether or not the company I work at being upset if they found out that I was looking for other jobs. I don't think they would be, to be honest. And I do think that my manager, if I were to get a job at like Microsoft, the one that I was interviewing at, if I got an offer, I would eventually be telling him. And ultimately, I think he'd be really happy for me and really proud, actually. Yeah, there's nothing malicious there. And if a company fires someone for just looking for other opportunities, one, I don't think that's ethical. Two, I think there's some legal protection there because everyone's entitled to like look for new jobs. Everyone's just doing it secretly. At least for the company that I work at, I'm pretty sure when people get fired, it has to be like performance related that they can back up with evidence, or budget related. Like if they're doing layoffs across the board, there has to be literal like receipts of why that's happening and why it applies to X, Y, and Z person. Of course, companies can always lie about why they're firing someone, etc. But for really large companies that care a lot about their employee reputation, that's just not how they go about things. And everyone's always looking for new jobs. Like it's not a secret. I mean, or at least it shouldn't be. I think it's worse actually if you don't tell your employer or your manager that you're like not happy and then you start looking without mentioning it to them, because they could potentially help you or move you around in the company. All you have to do is communicate to them. And if you do communicate to them that you want to move or do something different and they don't help you with that, I think it's kind of to be expected that you'll be opening an eye out for other things. So yeah, I didn't resonate with that comment at all. And I do want to make like a longer form video about women in male dominated workspaces like consulting or finance, and how that somehow like sometimes subconsciously affects the way that we function or the way that we go about our careers. But yeah, I just completely don't agree. Like, I don't think that saying that you're looking for new jobs and interviewing at other places implies that you don't like your company. That's not true. There's lots of reasons why people look for other jobs. And for me, I love the company I work at. It has nothing to do with the company. So yeah, I just don't agree with the take that like, just because you're looking for other opportunities, it means that you're talking poorly about your employer. That's not true. They're not mutually exclusive. And I do want to make like a longer form video about women in male dominated workspaces like consulting or finance, and how that somehow like sometimes subconsciously affects the way that we function or the way that we go about our careers. But for this video, I'll just leave it at that.
Hi, you're just basking in the sun.
Oh no! Is that mold? Shit! Oh my god, I just ruined all of it. No. Ah, damn it. Okay, well, since my pasta is ruined, I am going to use these little spinach like tortilla wraps and make a quesadilla, I think. I don't know why I try to get cooking footage, because I'm not a cook, okay? I'm just trying to be normal. I'm trying to look normal and I'm trying to be normal. I'm trying to convince myself that I should cook more at home. But then this is what happens. It's my own fault. It's my own fault. Do you guys even care? Like, I feel like in my head I'm like, I should show them what I'm making because it's part of the vlog. But like, it's not anything groundbreaking and it's not good. But since I did make so much of this, I'll probably go to the grocery store later today and get more pasta, because I do want to eat this with a pasta at some point. And that was the last of the pasta that I had. But yeah, you know, just out here practicing self-care, doing some meal prepping. When I say that during the interview week from hell, I was neglecting myself, I was literally eating every meal as takeout. I don't think I got a single nutrient or like a vitamin from anything I was eating. Okay, so melted, and then I'll cut it and then put little slices of avocado in them, I guess.
I tried something new with my hair. I don't know, I can't decide if it looks good or absolutely insane, but I'm hoping that the curls will like loosen a little bit throughout the day. But yeah, I'm just really struggling with figuring out how to style my hair now that it's like shoulder length. I really need to decide if I should get it cut so that I can get like layers or something, or if I should just wait for it to grow more, because I do want to have that length as it grows in. But okay, are you gonna interrupt me? Okay. So my devil cat in disguise as an angel, peed on my backpack, which is like what I would use every day that I was, or every night that I went to my boyfriend's house to stay over. I washed it. It still smelled a little bit. So I actually ordered this from Amazon, and it's like a quilted puffer bag. And I think this is going to be perfect for like overnights, because right now I have some gym stuff in here, and then I can also put like my computer in here, and then it has these outside pockets for other stuff. And then I really like that the sides have water bottle holders. But yeah, I felt like this was just perfect for overnight stuff. I really was like completely just relying on my backpack And it has a like little plastic pouch, I guess. This is gonna make it so much easier. And I think it's really cute. My backpack is like almost the same shade as this. It's just like a little neutral brown. I think this is like $30, so I'm pretty happy with it. This mic is just kind of throwing me off. Like, it just feels weird. So I have my interview today. It's for a Gen AI expert role, which I honestly don't know what that means. And I've checked to see the job listing to like refresh on that, and I didn't see it anywhere. So that's kind of inconvenient. But yeah, it's going to be an hour. I don't think I'm going to be taking new interviews. Like I've said, I want to take a break, but I did have this one scheduled already. So I figured I might as well finish this process and then take my break, decide if I do get an offer, like if I even want this role. I really don't know that much about it. And it's for a really large financial institution. So it's not truly like a tech company. I guess like with my consulting role, that's kind of where a lot of my expertise is: financial transformation with technology, workforce operation transformation. And I've just worked with a lot of like Fortune 500 banks, insurance companies, and just really large like enterprises. Maybe I will be moving into that space for my next role. It's still very up in the air. And I feel like the problem is that I just don't really know what I want to be doing. Like, I don't know what my ideal role is going to be. I think the one at Microsoft was the closest to an ideal role for me because it was just true strategy, research, like business advisory, which companies Microsoft should potentially acquire. So I feel like that definitely spiked the most interest for me. And so because of that, I've been pivoting to like applying for just pure strategy roles. I don't think there's too many of those that I see, at least. A lot of the roles that I'm seeing are really like product management and the traditional tech stuff, which I used to think I wanted to do, but I don't think I want to do product management. I'm going to dinner with my boyfriend later tonight, and then we're going to get some drinks with his friends. And then tomorrow I'm going to concert with my other friend. And I'm just really happy because the weather is finally so nice. I already feel like my mental health is completely going up.
Good morning. I'm at my boyfriend's apartment. He just left to go play golf. So I get the whole place to myself, and I just have been reading this morning and like taking it really slow. It's actually been so nice to just not have like interviews or GRE studying and just be able to like actually get back in touch with my hobbies. So I've been reading Educated, which is a memoir by Tara Westover. It's so good so far, and it's like such an interesting, unique story of a woman who grew up in rural Idaho as a Mormon, and it chronicles basically her childhood in a family where they didn't believe in like going to school, and they didn't believe in modern medicine or anything like that. So this has been really interesting so far. Reading it for my book club. I think I can probably get through this before next week. 330 pages, and I'm about 100 pages in, and I'm having my coffee and just having such a nice slow morning. And like the weather is not super sunny, but it smells really dewy, and it's just cozy. I'm gonna go walk Brandy. Hi, come here. She's so much happier in Brooklyn. It's quieter, there's more space. And so she's always dying to go out when we're in Brooklyn. When we're at my apartment, she's just like whatever about it. She's staring at me. Hi. When I was really, really deep into the job interview process, I wasn't doing any of the things that I like. I wasn't reading, I wasn't really going out. And it's been really nice to take a step back from that. We went to dinner last night and then out pour some drinks. We like ran into my friends at the bar. So yeah, my hair is a little bit crazy. I brought all of my stuff in that bag to stay here and basically probably stay overnight again tonight. There's just something so nice about being in a studio and having it all to yourself. I love my roommate and everything, but yeah, this is just like next level. I'm just kind of chilling, like, But yeah, okay, we gotta go walk her. So I got my boyfriend some flowers because they deserve flowers too. And he's always sending me flowers just randomly. So I figured when I saw these at the farmer's market, I was like, I'm gonna do it. It makes the apartment cuter for me to be in. I think the only vase he has is like all the way up there. So I need to figure out how to get up there. Okay. Ugh. There's random stuff in there. Wow, they smell so fresh. They literally smell like vegetables. I think I might need to trim them. They're so pretty. It's spring, baby. It's spring. Look at that. Aww. Guys, boys deserve flowers sometimes too. I'm gonna trim them so they're not hanging like crazy. But yeah, he sent me like 2 different bouquets in the past week. Probably one knowing I was upset about the interviews, but also it was our anniversary. So yeah, I just figured, you know what? Why wouldn't boys not love to have flowers in their apartment? There's no rule for that. These are so fresh too. Like, I guess they brought them from their farm in their garden, but they smell incredible. Oh, you know what? You know what they smell like? They smell like corn stalks. That's what it is. They smell like corn stalks when you peel them. This made me happy, even just to get them for him. That's how you know it's love, huh? I also just realized that he has this little flower art above it, so it looks really cute. Never stop dating your partners. Always put in a little bit of effort. It goes a long way. It never has to be too much, but like, this is just so cute. And I think he'll love it.